So you're thinking about adding your child as an authorized user on your credit card. Hello everybody, my name is Sanad and welcome to another episode of The Clever Millionaire. In today's video, I will be discussing the pros and cons of this method, and at the end of this video, I will give you my personal opinion and what I plan on doing personally. I just had my first kid about 2 weeks ago, and I want to do everything in my power to give her the best opportunities possible. We all know how important credit is. Credit can open up a ton of doors and present you with a ton of opportunities. I know from firsthand. I came to the United States as an immigrant at 11 years old, did not speak a word of English, and now I'm living the American dream. I was able to retire at the age of 29 by investing in real estate. And we all know, if you want to invest in real estate, you better have a good credit score. I realized at a very young age that credit is king. Without credit, you are unable to purchase a home. It will be very difficult to start your own business or buy a vehicle. Credit is really important. So after spending years building my credit, I realized that during that time, I missed out on a lot of opportunities. So now I made it my personal goal to provide my daughter with the best credit score possible. That way, when opportunities are presented to her, she'll be able to take full advantage of them. In my personal opinion, credit is one of the most important tools to help your child succeed in life. So in this video, we are going to talk about all the pros and cons of adding your child as an authorized user to your credit card. So the idea behind this method is very simple. Once you add your child as an authorized user on your credit card, typically the entire account history will be counted towards their history. So if they do not have any credit history whatsoever and you have 10 years of excellent credit, now your child will get that entire credit history on their report. This will tremendously help them build their credit, improve their credit score, and have a positive history on their credit report. Also, a lot of people do this when their kids are extremely young, maybe 5 years old, 10 years old, 15 years old, 1 week old. They add them to their credit card, and then 5-10 years later, their kid has amazing credit and they are able to purchase a home, purchase a vehicle, get business loans. In my opinion, the idea is absolutely amazing, and every parent that has an excellent credit score should add their kids as an authorized user to help them out in the future. And now let's talk about some of the pros of this method. Pro number one, when your kids get older, they will have an excellent credit score. They will not have to spend 2-3 years building up their credit in order to start a business, in order to start investing, in order to purchase their first home. By the time they turn 18, they will already have excellent credit as is. Benefit number two, they will be able to take full advantage of all the benefits that having a good credit score offers, such as getting cheaper interest rates on car loans, getting cheaper interest rates on their first mortgage to buy their first house, also cheaper car insurance. Having a good credit will help them in many different ways. We all know how important credit is in today's society. And in my opinion, as time goes on, credit will become even more important. Having excellent credit will make it way easier for your kids to open up their own business. That way they are not stuck at a 9-to-5 job for the rest of their life. It is extremely difficult to invest in real estate if you do not have good credit. It is extremely difficult to start your own business if you do not have good credit. Banks will not give you loans. They will not give you credit so you can start out. But if they have excellent credit, they will not encounter these issues. Pro number three, you do not have to give your kid a credit card. You can simply add them as an authorized user, fill out their information, get the credit card in the mail, and just lock it away. They do not even have to know that they are an authorized user on your credit card, especially when they are extremely young, like 1 year old, 5 year old, 10 year olds. They do not even have to know. This can be their 18th birthday present. Instead of giving them a bicycle or a car, you can give them an 800 credit score. And I guarantee you, over the long term, they will appreciate it so much. Pro number four, your kids do not have to use the credit card. They do not have to spend money in order to get the good history and the good credit score that is associated with you. In my opinion, this is an excellent benefit simply because it gives you full control of the credit card and the spending on your account. Benefit number five, you are setting your kids up for success. You are giving them opportunities that were not given to you. Also, this will give them an awesome opportunity to build generational wealth. Your success is their success, and their success is their children's success. So it will pretty much set your entire family on a better course to have a better life in the future. And now, before we talk about the cons, let's talk about the requirements. What is required on your end to make this possible? First off, you have to know their name and address, and most importantly, their social security number, because you have to have all of this information if you want to add them as an authorized user. Also, different credit cards have different age limits. A lot of credit cards do not have an age limit. So your child can be 1 day old, 1 week, 10 years old. It does not matter. You'll be able to add them as an authorized user. And some other credit cards have age limits. I will put up a list right here so you can see different credit cards and their requirements. So you'll be able to find your own credit card and you'll be able to see the limits on these cards. Personally, I added my daughter that is just under 2 weeks old to 2 credit cards that do not have an age limit. So by the time she turns 18, she'll have 18 years of excellent credit on her report. And now let's talk about the cons. Con number 1, if you have bad credit history, so if you have collections, late payments on your credit history, they're going to get that as well. So make sure to only add your kid as an authorized user if you have good credit history. Because whatever credit history that you have, good or bad, they're going to get the same. So the better your credit history, the better their score will be in the long term. Also, if you have negative remarks on your credit, make sure you fix them before you add a kid as an authorized user. Con number 2, you do not know what the future holds. A lot of parents add their children as authorized users in order to benefit the kids, in order to help them out in the future. But 5 years down the road, they fall on hard times. They have to foreclose on their house. Their car gets repossessed. They have a ton of medical bills. All of those negative remarks will now be associated with your kid's credit history. So now your kid is going to have a foreclosure on their credit. They're going to have a repossession and a bunch of bills in collections. So keep that in mind. One way to avoid this is to take them off before things get extremely rough. If you realize that you are about to go into foreclosure or you are about to be late on some bills, make sure to log into your account and remove your kid as an authorized user. Con number 3, by law, authorized users are not responsible for the debt that is accrued on your credit card. For example, let's say you add your kid to your credit card, you give them their credit card, they go spending, you'll be the one that is responsible to pay those debts off. If your kid decides, all right, I'm not paying, you're the one that's going to have to pay all those credit card bills. So keep that in mind. A couple of ways to avoid this extra risk: you do not have to tell them. You do not have to give them the credit card. You do not have to keep them on your account forever. For example, if your kid is 8 years old and you add them as an authorized user, you can simply keep them on your account until they turn 18. And then when they turn 18, you can remove them from being an authorized user on your account. This way, they never get a hold of your credit card and they never spend any money. But they will get 10 years of awesome credit history, which will help them tremendously in the long term. Alright everybody, so those are some pros and cons of adding your child as an authorized user on your credit card. So now you're wondering, what is your plan? What do you plan on doing? First off, my daughter is only 2 weeks and I have already added her on 2 credit cards. I know she's extremely young right now, but as she gets older, I will start teaching her more and more about finance, managing money, and making money. And hopefully when she turns 18, she will be financially responsible simply because she will have a ton of knowledge. She will know how money works, how credit works, and how to make it and how to get a bunch of opportunities. So the key right here, guys, is teaching your kid personal finance as early as possible. Alright everybody, that concludes this video. But remember, every credit card has different age requirements. Also, I'll have a link in the description box below for a full tutorial on how to add your kid as an authorized user. This is a real simple process. Takes about 2 to 3 minutes. So make sure you watch that if you plan on adding your kid as an authorized user. And as always, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions whatsoever, do not hesitate to drop them in the comment section below. I answer all my questions and I try to help out as much as I possibly can. And as always, see you in the next video. Peace out.